Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are we getting on? Welcome to a brand new and slightly unexpected Fallout 76 news video today. So we actually have a whole bunch to go through, which is really cool. We've got Quakecon and Fallout's appearance there. We have Meat Week, we have Double XP, and a whole load more stuff as well coming up. So let's dive into this stuff. Okay, yeah, so I was kind of expecting things to be a bit quiet till next week. I thought Quakecon would be when we get all the news, but apparently we've got a little heads up and a whole bunch of stuff coming between now and then and during that period as well. So Bethesda have dropped us another Inside the Vault article, so let's dive in and take a look at this one. So, Inside the Vault, Quakecon 2022, Meat Week and more. So, we're kicking off Quakecon 2022 next week, and Fallout 76 is once again joining our programming lineup with a live developer Q&A. That same day, Graham and Charlie will be headed to the forest to host a double helping of Meat Week, and read on to catch all the details. So, first up, Quakecon. Obviously, that one is happening on Thursday, so obviously this is Bethesda's own sort of convention thing, or it would be if they were still doing in-person things, but for now, at least, they're not, so it's another live stream thing, so you'll be able to find it on Bethesda's Twitch channel, so it'll all go live there Thursday afternoon. So, yeah, there's quite a lot going on there, a lot of games being shown, but 76 is the big one we're interested in right now, so it's almost that time once again to join together as one giant community at our annual Quakecon celebration. This year's festivities will include streaming content from across the globe, covering a wide variety of our games, including the Fallout franchise. For Fallout 76 this year, we've lined up a developer Q&A panel where members of the development team will be discussing Expeditions to the Pit and more. So primarily that's going to be the main focus, which does make sense as it is the next update and is due next month, which is not far away at all now. My guess is probably about 3 weeks from now or so, but I reckon on Thursday we will probably get a confirmed date for it. It's coming up on us now, so it seems like a likely time to announce it, and probably new trailers and stuff as well, so going to be worth having a look at that, and we'll definitely be keeping a firm eye on that one. So tune in to twitch.tv/Bethesda, 4:30 PM Eastern Time on August 18th to join design director Mark Tucker, art director Jonathan Rush, and lead designer Steve Massey as they sit down with content creator Kev Dewitt to take a closer look at what's in store with Expeditions now and in the future. So not just what's going to happen on launch, but also they're planning on talking about what's going to happen with Expeditions on down the line, because obviously the launch setup is what it will be, and then the whole Expedition system is built towards expanding that concept, adding new locations, new missions, basically keeping on rolling with it once the initial launch has happened. So obviously it won't be happening overnight, because these are quite big things they have to make, but it's set up so that they can add on to the system, which is really cool. So, if you're interested in more Fallout 76, we've got 3 action-packed days of programming to dig into from the 18th to the 20th. Visit the Quakecon website to check out the full schedule, and don't forget to bring the popcorn. Yeah, there's a whole lot of stuff in there, some really cool stuff, and Redfall's on there that I'm also interested in, so definitely worth keeping an eye on that one. Most of it's happening on Thursday. It'll be quite a long stream on Thursday, but it looks like they're running through the weekend as well, with some other stuff as well, so definitely going to be worth keeping an eye on. So, speaking of QuakeCon, to celebrate, we have a Double XP weekend happening that weekend. So, in celebration of QuakeCon 2022, you can also head into Appalachia from the 18th to the 22nd, so that is next weekend, obviously starting a week today, and get double the usual XP when you play in any game mode. We hope this XP boost will help you net a few extra level ups while you're enjoying our QuakeCon streams next weekend. So there we go, nice, double XP coming next weekend, that should be cool. So, speaking of things that are a little closer to home now, Meat Week is coming in hot. Obviously, they tried to drop this one earlier in the year as an extra thing, and it did not go well. They ran into some issues that had apparently somehow cropped up since the last time it was run last summer. So, they spent a while fixing it. They've been working on it on the PTS, and apparently it seems to be working. Obviously, we'll have to see for ourselves once it actually goes live, but that one is lined up for, I believe, next week. So, it's the height of summer, and Graham and Charlie are headed back to the forest region to crank up the heat on August 16th. So, yes, that will be 5 days from now. So that'll be Tuesday, won't it? If my calculations are correct, they are. So, yes, Meat Week starts on Tuesday. So, yes, a double helping of the seasonal Meat Week event. So, yes, running for 2 weeks. As always, Meat Week is a 2-part seasonal event, and the first you can take part in Primal Cuts event in one of 3 different locations every 15 minutes. So, the locations will all pop up simultaneously, be at 1/4 past, 1/2 past, and 1/4 to, and you can head over there, take down prime beasts, and get prime meat, which you can then take over to Gram in the Meat Cook, which is the second part of the event. That happens at the top of the hour every hour in the forest region, and we can all come together in a single location and help Gram with his barbecue, which is always good fun. Lots of running around, stuff to pick up, fires to put out, clean up after Charlie, that sort of thing, collect greens and all that good stuff, turn it in, and if we can fill up the progress bar fast enough, we should get some tasty rewards. As to whether or not we've got new stuff, no information here. I guess those who data mine will probably let us know nearer the time, but either way, there's definitely a whole long list of stuff on there, and definitely a whole bunch of stuff I'm looking forward to picking up that I've yet to get my hands on, so that should be cool. Should bring down the prices for a few things in the player vending as well, which is always nice. So, the Meat Cook will appear at the top of every hour in the forest, just south of Vault 76. There, Graham and Charlie will be working hard to put on the best party they possibly can for all their human friends. But they still need a few helping hands. Lend them your aid by playing music, turning the meat spits, gathering ingredients, and putting out the occasional fire, and also cleaning up after Charlie. In exchange for your help, you learn loot and XP. The more successful the party, the better your chance to earn rare rewards, like Meat Week themed items. There we go. So it's kicking off at midday on Tuesday and running for 2 full weeks until midday on the 30th, so second half of August, which is cool. So if you are in the UK, the local time, that will be 5 PM that it kicks off, as per usual. So usual kickoff time for everything, but it'll be on Tuesday, so that's cool. So, moving on, sort of looking backwards and forwards at the same time here, a note on the recent maintenance. You may have noticed on Tuesday they had a down period, intended to do some back-end work on 76. They ran into some problems, to say the least, that meant that it took them all day before they were actually able to bring the game up, which kind of sucked. That's kind of life, it happens, stuff breaks sometimes, life is not always convenient. I'm sure most of you have sat at a computer before now and gone, why the hell isn't this working? Well, it happens to them too. So, if you tried to fire up 76 on Tuesday of this week, you may have noticed that our maintenance ran quite a bit longer than we had originally anticipated. We want to express our apologies for any inconvenience this may have caused you, and say thanks for sticking with us while we work to bring the game back online as soon as we possibly could. So, interesting thought about this one. A couple of weeks before they were doing a maintenance period that they expected to be a lot longer than usual, and they said so. Turned out the whole thing was less than an hour, and then 2 weeks later they expect a quick one, and what happens? It takes all day. That's just, Murphy's Law in action, I believe that. So we realised that many in the community missed out on their usual play sessions as well as an entire day of challenge completion. So to make things right, we're going to kick off a new double score event this weekend. Starting the 11th of August, so that's today, you will receive twice the usual score for daily challenge completions up until 12 PM on Tuesday. So that's the 11th to the 16th, midday to midday. And therefore, obviously 5 PM UK time. So that is running now. If you want to jump in and get double daily score, then the opportunity is now available. So thank you very much for sticking with us and for your patience during this week's lengthy downtime. So there we go. An extra double score weekend, always nice, and kind of makes up for that little bit of lost time on Tuesday. So seize the opportunity if you're still chasing those rank ups. I know I've got the last sort of 10 ranks or so still to do, so 3 weeks or so left-ish. I'm guessing there. We haven't got a date for expeditions yet, so we don't actually know when the season's going to end. We'll probably find out next week, but give or take a bit, that's my estimation. So we will find out soon, I guess. Right, so last but not least, happening this weekend, double gold bullion, Gold Rush weekend. So gather up all of your treasury notes and head to the nearest gold press machine, because it's time for another Gold Rush weekend. Starting the 11th of August, so today, you can stuff your pockets full of gold bullion because you'll be able to trade in twice the usual daily number of treasury notes. Visit Creator or Foundation, find the gold press machine, and earn up to 800 bullion per day until 12 PM on Monday, August 15th. So that's midday Monday, which again, of course, 5 PM UK time. Then stop by your favourite gold bullion vendor to pick up some new gear, and don't forget to join in lots of public events to keep your treasury note collection topped off. That's the easiest way to get them. There's a few daily events, daily quests rather, that will give you treasury notes as well, but that's generally the easiest way. So there we go. A whole bunch happening this week and next week in Fallout 76. So yeah, should be good fun. Looking forward to a bit of double score. Got Meat Week coming up as well. It's always good fun. Looking forward to that. Should be fun to mix up the gameplay a little bit. And juggling that and sort of score runs and challenges and stuff will be definitely enough to keep us busy, I think. So that should be good fun. Looking forward to it. Quakecon, interested to see what new information we might get regarding expeditions. Don't imagine there'll be a vast amount that I'm not already aware of, having played it on the PTS, so you can check out those previous videos I made on expeditions if you haven't seen any of it yourself. They are all up on the channel, so do have a quick gander. There's some cool stuff in there. Yeah, looking forward to getting a date on that. Should be good fun. As I say, my guess is about 3 weeks from now, but we will see. Looking forward to it. But that one is for next Thursday, and of course I will be covering that. In the meantime, on Saturday we'll have a new build-up. I'm well underway with that, and it's coming together quite nicely using the new building set that's appeared in the Atomic Shop this week, post that maintenance period. And can't quite make my mind up on how I feel about this particular set, but I've made some use out of it, and I think it might blend with other stuff okay, so some potentially interesting stuff. So if you're interested in that, do keep an eye out for that one on Saturday. And as always, we will be jumping back into live streams at the earliest available opportunity. Things are a bit skew with the schedule at the moment, partly because of the heat and partly because life is life. So we'll see what happens in the next few days, but if you are subscribed and have that notification bell on, you should get notified. You can also follow me on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram. Usually Twitter is the best bet if you are interested in finding out what I'm up to and getting notifications on streams, videos, and all that stuff as well through that way. You can find links down in the description, alongside the merch store, channel memberships, and all the other good buttons down there as well if you are interested. So I do hope you'll check all of that stuff out. But for now, thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to speaking to you all very, very soon.